see what happens. But you and I have a Constitution-protected right to be here today to peacefully assemble. So please tune out the back door, the back noise in the background. It doesn't matter to our mission today. Let's focus on these awesome speakers that we have lined up. So please, with that, give Mr. Tim Eyman and his daughter Riley a big round of applause. And let's speak now.
All right, Eyman, hit it.
Well, hey, thanks everybody for coming out. This is absolutely fantastic. Now, when I say the name Jay Inslee, what words pop into your head? Let's hear it. It's a Sunday, people. It's a Sunday. Riley, what word pops into your head when you think of Jay Inslee?
I think he is a snake.
Yeah.
But that might be a little offensive to snakes.
I think so too. I think so too. I think that we are here, and I am very excited about all the free speech that's going on. That's better than not having enough speech. I think it's totally fine. What I am really frustrated by is that is the people's legislature. That is the people's legislature. Right now, however, it is the politicians' capital. I guess I am doing a mic. I love it. I'm competing with a guy with a bigger microphone. But I am really frustrated by the fact that we have the people's capital has now been transformed into the politicians' capital. We have law enforcement protecting the government rather than the government protecting the people. Now, one of the things that's frustrating when we have our current system is I'm going to ask Riley a civics question. Riley, how many branches of government are there?
Put it down.
There's the legislature, the executive, and the judicial.
There's 3 branches of government. In the state of Washington right now, Riley, how many branches of government are there?
There's only Jay Inslee.
So our message, Riley and I's message is we're here about checks and balances. There are no checks and balances right now. For the last 9 months, we have had one branch of government, and that is Jay Inslee. And that is extraordinarily dangerous when you have somebody who takes maggot-infested apples. By the way, if you want a non-maggot-infested apple, we have a barrel of them over here. They cost a little extra, but I think they were worth it. Go ahead and grab one. But when you've got that making all the decisions for 7 million people, it's an extremely scary time for all of us. Tomorrow, we have one branch of government that might step up and represent us, and that is the legislature. There are bills that are being introduced, which is an extremely positive thing that there are bills being introduced. What I think that we all need to be mindful of is that this is when the legislature is extremely dangerous. They get to make all these decisions, but frankly, that's less scary than one person that we've had over the last 9 months making them all. I am just extremely proud to be here right now with my daughter, Riley. Over the last 6 months or so, she and I have been going out and speaking on all sorts of topics. But there's one particular night I want to share with you because it was a big deal to me. And that was on the night that the voters voted for our $30 tax. Because what happened was that evening was before we knew the results, I took her aside and I said to her that this may be the last initiative I'm ever able to do because Bob Ferguson, our Attorney General, is seeking to shut me down. And without missing a beat, this 12-year-old young lady said to me,
I'll carry it on.
Now, of course, I had to remind her that she was 12 and that she had to go to college and she had to go out and get this veterinary degree that she wants. But again, without missing a beat, she said,
I'll do it after.
What is so neat about Riley is that her sport is competitive cheer. And in competitive cheer, she has a particular position on that cheer team. And that position is the base. And what does the base do for the team?
Save people from dying.
Now, Riley, when you're saving people from dying, do you sometimes take an elbow to the face?
Yes.
I think she's getting excellent training for political activism. Because that's kind of what happens. You go out there and you're fighting and you're getting elbowed all the time. But what I am so impressed with this young lady is that she told me about this, that she was doing flips and she ends up landing on her neck after one of these flips. And Riley, what did you do after you landed on your neck?
I bounced right up and I said, let's try that again.
Another good lesson in the political arena that we have, that we all feel right now in last November. A lot of us feel like we just landed on our necks. But we gotta pop right back up again, exactly the way this young lady does, and let's get back in there and do it again. There's another aspect of this that I really wanted to think is very, very important, is checks and balances. Right now we have one branch of government, and that's Jay Inslee. And we do have the initiative process in the state of Washington. And they can't put a fence around the initiative process. They can't block us from going out and asking citizens to get signatures for ballot measures. There are, why not? Is this, get over here.
Talking to this side.
Don't know how to do that.
Somebody hold it.
Does this sound any better? Well, fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and start over. No. What do you think of the name Jay Inslee? No, we won't go back. But the initiative process has always been available to everyone across the political spectrum. That's what I love about the process, is it's available to everyone. The same way the free speech and the First Amendment is available to everyone. And what I love about the initiative process is it's the people, the voters, that make the ultimate decision. And we may not always like the decisions they make when they come to electing certain people, but at the end of the day, the voters still care about public policy, and they want to be able to continue to have their voices heard. And I think that that's what's beautiful about our process. Now, Riley, if you can pick those up for a second. Love her. This particular election cycle, this young lady and I are going to travel the state, just like we did with $30 tabs, and we're doing one to stop any kind of income tax. And another one that would stop any kind of carbon tax. Now, the one thing that I really want to emphasize is that there are a lot of people in the government that want to be able to shut down people like me and people like her from going out there and asking people to sign these petitions. And the beauty of the initiative process is it is peaceful. It is a peaceful process that we have. But even that one, they want to be able to take away. But Riley and I have a message to people like Jay Inslee and people like Bob Ferguson. When they say they're going to take away our petitions and our right to be able to speak rightly and loudly, we have something to say. That's it.
From our cold dead hands!
It worked out so much better when we were practicing on the way down. You're going to have to trust me on that one. No, it is all about checks and balances. Right now, I think people are angry, and they're right to be outraged. And I want to continue to allow people to have a peaceful outlet for all that frustration. And I think that that is what you have to have. When you have what's going on over here, shutting down your ability to be able to stand out and speak out, what you're cutting off is the peaceful option. And I don't like that at all. You need to allow people to speak, even when people are saying stuff that's darn annoying to you, even when they're trying to do something to interfere with our right to speak. But I'd rather have more speech than less speech. Allow people. What did I forget, Riley? She did this throughout the last 6 months. She would hit me in my shoulder going, Dad, you forgot to talk about this. What did I forget to mention? The one thing I did want to give Riley one opportunity to talk about, because she does have a unique perspective on this. For the last 9 months or so, we've been relying on kids to do online learning. And I want Riley to give her perspective on online learning in the state of Washington.
First of all, those are two words that should not be put together.
You take it. You take it. Did you learn very much when you were doing online learning, Riley?
I don't think anyone learned that much, and also a lot of people's grades suffered.
I think it's very, very important for people to always remember that we have to continue to show up when given the opportunity. When being tried to be intimidated and trying to be bullied, you need to show up. 90% of success is showing up, and everybody here has been successful because we all showed up. Congratulations. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you.